What chair do you recommend? I have a Herman Miller, whatever it's called, Type C. I bought it refurbished. I got it refurbished for 300 bucks like 5 years ago. I wouldn't recommend a racing chair. That's definitely a bad idea. I wouldn't recommend a racing chair. And I wouldn't recommend one of those types of chairs that's like an office chair that doesn't have mesh. I'm never going back to one of those like leather executive style chairs again. I'm mesh all the way. My undercarriage gotta breathe. You know? That shit has got to breathe. The racing chairs aren't that... Hey, alright, man. I'm not trying to read all that shit. But in my experience, they suck. And I've sat on a lot of them because every time you do commentary, you're sitting on one. And the thing about racing chairs is I have a car in real life, like a real car, that has a fucking racing chair in it. And it's so comfortable and awesome to sit in. But two things. First of all, it's awesome because it keeps you in place during the turns. So you don't slide around on your seat while you're turning. So why the fuck do you need that while you're playing games, first of all? But second of all, I've sat on a million racing chairs and I've never sat on one that feels like a real racing chair. They never feel like a real racing chair. Real racing chairs better be fucking comfortable because, you know, you're supposed to be sitting in that car and be, you know, able to do that for hours, in theory. But the real racing chairs that you end up getting when, like gaming racing chairs, they're never very comfortable for a long period. But then again, you gotta remember, I'm kind of a fat fuck. So it also depends on what kind of physique you're packing. You got a wide load.
I'm still waiting.
I don't think you're gonna like it. We used racing chairs for Northwest Majors, and every single player asked for a standard chair instead. Yeah, dude, I mean, why the fuck would you want the potential to roll around or have some fucking shit malfunction? 4 seats and a steering wheel. Simpler is better, I agree.
Need more time.
I recommend you look into office chairs that specifically have mesh office chairs. That's my recommendation. Doesn't have to be a Herman Miller.
Thank you.
Just like, you know, a good mesh office chair. I got an upgrade for mine. Can you see it? It's a helmet. I want to keep my eyes on the road. It's not a helmet, it's a helmet rest. Can you see it? I don't think you can. This way? There it is. It's a spoiler. It gives you additional downforce when you reach top speed. Of gaming, that is. It was worth it. I like having a headrest, but it was expensive. I mean, I bought the chair for like 300, and that little piece of shit headrest was like 100, and no, 100, I think. Isn't that funny? And I got the chair refurbished. Herman Millers are usually like really expensive. I think they're like $1,000 if you get a real new one, but I mean, I doubt people actually buy them new. That's a little too much. But you know, a nice office chair is not that far from $1,000, right? Like 600 for a good office chair. And racing chairs are also not that far from that, right? Aren't they? Like, for a shitty one, $299, and for a good one, like $599. Pretty sure. But I don't recommend that you're cheap with stuff like that. Chair, shoes, tires, bed. Don't be cheap. You won't even realize how badly, negatively you're affecting your life if you're cheap with those types of things, because it's a gradual deterioration of your life quality. It's really slow. It's slow enough for you to not notice it happening until you, like, are in pain or can't sleep or feet hurt. You know, these things will happen so slow you won't know, but it'll happen.